Welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Senior. Coming your way on today's show, I'm going to take all of your 49ers related questions about the NFL draft, free agency, some team needs as well. If I don't answer your questions on this upcoming mailbag, there's another way for you to get in touch with me. Give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. It's the same handle on both social media platforms. Love interacting with the Niner gang. Start off this mailbag with this question coming in from Jason Lutz. Still no shot at the Honey Badger to San Francisco. Is his asking price lowering? I don't think so. In fact, I think there's a bidding war between teams like the Philadelphia Eagles as well as the New Orleans Saints. They understand that this guy is a really special defensive player, and because of that, I don't think that he's going to get like premier corner and safety money like Marcus Williams getting $70 million. I do think he's going to get paid pretty handsomely, though. Let's say between $10, $13 million. Right now, that's my prediction for the Honey Badger. Michael Pineda with this question. Sign Nick and Deebo, but cut Jimmy G. Don't sign anyone else until next year. Look, if you could have asked me for the perfect 49ers offseason months ago, I would have said that exactly. Look, cut Jimmy Garoppolo, get rid of that $26 million cap hit. That opens up so much money to sign players in free agency, but also extend Nick Bosa and go after Deebo Samuel. Like, that's what the Niners should have done, but up to this point, Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this team, and because of that, he's occupying a lot of cap space on this roster right now. So ideally, that would have happened. And Manuel, maybe that happens at some point down the road. Hugo with this question, doesn't the offense change with Lance? I'm pretty sure chemistry works with Lance targeting Brandon. Just saying, I'm thinking Brandon and Jennings are going to be top-notch. Yeah, let's go Brandon. Look, I think Brandon Aiyuk can really break out with Trey Lance because I think he adds another vertical element to this 49ers passing game, and we saw flashes really from after that Chicago Bears game. Week 8 on, Brandon Aiyuk was really good. But with Brandon Aiyuk playing with Jimmy Garoppolo, Garoppolo doesn't have the ability to take the top off of the defense. He doesn't have that elite arm strength like Trey Lance has. So to answer your question, Hugo, I do think the offense changes. Of course, Kyle Shanahan's offense is always going to be Kyle Shanahan's offense. But in terms of what you can do with Trey Lance playing quarterback at your disposal, that's how this 49ers offense can change because of the vertical element, because he can complete throws outside of the numbers but also in between the numbers, but also the run game changes, both from under center, play action, and out of the shotgun because Trey Lance poses a different threat to opposing defenses. He keeps the defense on its heels because they don't know if Trey Lance is going to run the football, tuck it and keep it, if he's going to run it, but he can also buy time back there to allow Deebo and Aiyuk and Kittle, maybe Juwan Jennings to get deep downfield. Now, Trey Lance has been grinding this offseason. He's been working out with Juwan Jennings. He's been working out with Brandon Aiyuk as well as Ray McLeod, who the Niners signed in NFL free agency. So I think from that standpoint, the Niners offense will change just a bit. Are you excited for the upcoming 2022 NFL Draft? We've really ramped up our draft coverage here on the channel. That's why you subscribe by plugging in that link down below or hitting that red subscribe button. But let me know if you're excited for the draft. E for excited, D for don't care. Let me know in the comments section. And a big reason I ask you that is because on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, we are closing in on 300,000 subscribers. But the last couple of years, we've been the most watched and most fun NFL draft coverage on YouTube because nobody else goes live all 3 days, all 7 rounds, for every single pick like we do because, as you know, we are built different. So you see that link down below? It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Plug in that link. Turn on those notifications, subscribe to our main Chat Sports YouTube channel because our NFL draft coverage, it is going to be top-notch. Luke Luna with the next question. Is D Ford worth his money as talented as he is? Injuries affect the money if trade, draft Drake London, large catch radius and catches with hands. Deebo is a drop leader, or go Wilson with some speed. Yeah, look, D Ford is not going to return. Like, he's not coming back. The Niners, they're letting him go. So you don't have to worry about D Ford coming back once again. Sayonara to D Ford. That's basically already been made official. As for Drake London out of USC, he's going to go in the first round. So the Niners won't be able to take him when they make their first selection at 61st overall. I don't think Deebo Samuel was a drop leader at all. I thought he was very sure-handed. Wilson's speed, I think that if the Niners go speed with that element on this offense, it could really help them out greatly, especially with Trey Lance to stretch the field vertically. Draco Pimpin, the homie, what it do, brother? If the 49ers trade up, who do you wish they will get? If it's in the second round, I wouldn't hate going after a player like Christian Watson. If Jaquan Brisker is a player who you need to move up a couple of picks for, that'd be awesome. Honestly, my dream trade target in the first round would be a player like Treylon Burks. If you put him in the slot, given his size, and pull away speed, I think he'd be awesome in this offense with Deebo, with Aiyuk. It kind of allows everybody to go different spots in terms of that receiving core, and then you know George Kittle is always going to be a great run blocker and a pass catcher. And to give Trey Lance another weapon like that who can high point the football, a big-bodied wide receiver who can win in the slot, going up against linebackers, Treylon Burks would be awesome. Now make sure you subscribe to the 49ers Report because, of course, we give you draft coverage, free agency coverage. Anytime the Niners have made a signing, we've had a video basically within the hour because we're faster than anybody else with videos that are longer, and we give you more analysis oftentimes in breaking news situations, but also free videos every single day right here on the channel during the season, during the off season. Subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button down below. Luis with this question, do you see the Niners trading back in the draft? I could see them trading back in the draft. And right now they have pick Mr. Irrelevant, the final pick in the NFL draft. I could see them trading that away. That becomes kind of like a media tour type of selection, which is pretty funny because who's going to go in the last pick of the draft? But in terms of the Niners trading back, not in the second round because they're already at the back end of that second round at number 61 overall. Could they trade back in like the third, fourth, fifth, sixth rounds? I think that could happen. There's no question about it. Right now, 9 picks at their disposal. Kevin, next up, I see Brandon Aiyuk having close to equal skills to Deebo, so trade Deebo to get some picks and slide Aiyuk into that slot. I know everybody, when it comes to a situation like this, they talk about trading everybody away, and if you want to pay Deebo big money, you might not be able to pay Brandon Aiyuk big money. Now, ideally, you wouldn't be in this situation and this predicament that you're in with Deebo Samuel. Like, if he wasn't complaining about his contract, that'd be great. You could let this year play out, but a big reason why he wants to get paid, he's getting less than $4 million this year. Let's say he suffers some catastrophic injury, he might be cooked. And then his NFL earnings up to this point, basically nothing. You can't really live on that as a professional athlete, given all of the money you need to devote to putting into your body, training, and the lavish lifestyle that you want to live. So I see where Deebo is coming from. Brandon Aiyuk, I think he has a plethora of skills. Am I going to go out there and say that he's going to have a Deebo Samuel-like season in 2022? I'm not sure. I need to see it first because so far it's been a lot of great, some good, some bad. He was in Kyle Shanahan's doghouse. Once he got out of that, I thought Brandon Aiyuk really turned the corner. Jason Lutz, anything new on Greenlaw being moved, or do they keep him and Azeez Al-Shaair? So Azeez Al-Shaair is going to come back after he got tendered. It's about a 1-year, $4+ million deal for him. I think the Niners, they might end up hanging on to Dre Greenlaw because that linebacking core, I think, is one of the best, most well-rounded, and one of the deepest in the National Football League. Like, this wide receiving core is really, linebacking core, in addition to the wide receiving core, is really, really good. I mean, you have the All-Pro Fred Warner, Azeez Al-Shaair. Anytime you needed a big play, he came through last year in seemingly clutch spots. Dre Greenlaw was injured for much of the year, but when he's right, he can really play. So I think the smart move, keep all 3 of them to see what they can do, causing havoc with this defense. Talking about that Deebo Samuel situation, this has been one of the biggest topics of conversation here on the 49ers Report throughout the NFL world. Are you worried about the Deebo Samuel situation? W for worried, NW for not worried. Be sure to get those votes in the comment section right now, and we appreciate you for watching today's show.